Welcome to the next episode of Revolutionary Talk. We're on to episode 2 in our series of healthy habits. We're talking morning routines. Starting the day off right.
Oh, dude, it's the best way. What is your specific morning routine?
Man, I'm not a hugely routine person, honestly. So that's kind of an interesting question. I go through phases of having certain routines. Like right now, it's getting up, glass of water first thing in the morning. That's something I've actually made a good habit. And then I love to get a workout in first thing in the morning. But sometimes I'll go through stretches of it's in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So
very true. Kind of intuitive with my mornings, and we'll do right away when I wake up. I do lemon juice or lemon water and celery juice. So I make those, and then after that, it's like, how can I procrastinate my day away so that it's like, so I'll like work out or whatever, but I procrastinate till about 11 o'clock, and then at that point, it's like, oh, let's start working now. Now that I'm bored of procrastinating, it gives me that fuel to work. But it's so weird. I have like so much energy I have to burn off before I can start working. Otherwise, I'm working and I'm just doing 10,000 things at once.
Well, it makes sense if you have to balance yourself out that way and it works for you.
It's crazy. Like every other entrepreneur is like, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I work until 11 p.m. and do it every day. And I'm like, that sounds fun. Like I procrastinate till about 11. I work a couple hours and then I procrastinate some more. But
kind of helps though, having it all spaced out like that.
For sure.
My routine in the morning, it depends on the day, but I've been working on putting my workouts in the mornings 3 days a week, and then using those off days as meeting days for, whatever that needs to be. But really, like Brady said, getting a glass of water first thing in the morning, getting that into your body, help flush out the toxins, finding your red, and then really just reflecting on what needs to be done and moving forward through the day.
And from your like morning schedule, have you found it to be more beneficial to be more structured?
I have, because that way I'm not having to think more than I already am. It's kind of the same thing I adopted a while ago, like several years ago with my clothes, with the things that I wear, because I mean, most of the time you'll probably see me wearing black or gray or just, colors like that. And having red hair, I mean, you're kind of limited to all the colors.
I kind of wear black and white myself.
Yeah, but I mean, it keeps you from having to think about what you're going to put on that next day.
Yeah.
Because like, there's times that if I do go out, I'm standing in my closet for like an hour sometimes. Like, what am I going to wear? Because it takes a lot of time to think about the whole process of that. So.
For sure. Yeah, one of the things I find stressful is like what to cook on the spot.
Oh, that too, yeah.
And it almost gets so stressful sometimes if I don't plan it out that I'm just like, cool, let's go grab something quick. Because I'm like, I'm getting so stressed and wasting so much time. More or less is the clock ticking that I got so much to do that I was like, I didn't, spend time on what to eat, which is the most important part of our, day. So I understand 100%. Like the more structured you are, the more time you can actually spend thinking on things that are important or more important that you want to apply more knowledge or energy towards.
Yeah. I mean, even if everything's not exactly, at an exact time, but I mean, at least planning for a window of time to get these things accomplished. I mean, that's helped me a lot.
And especially, I guess, when the monkey wrenches come in and you don't know, like, oh, crap, that popped in. Now that you had, 90% of your day planned, now that monkey wrench throws it off, you still know exactly what you're doing or what time you had set aside, so then you can squeeze it in.
Exactly. And that way I'm not stressing out like, oh my gosh, did I miss an appointment? Like if it's a day that I don't usually take appointments, then, I'm not panicking, because it doesn't happen very often, but if it's just not a good feeling to feel like you're forgetting something.
Have you felt like the stress has been lower with all this?
Yes, it has actually.
Because maybe you can inspire us to get more structured with our routines.
Well, so, Nehemiah, and I'm pulling up my phone right now because there's an app that Nehemiah had mentioned to me about.
Oh, please.
Called Things.
Things.
And there's like a one-time fee of like $10 or something. But it's worth it. It's been helping me to just get all the things I want to get done in that day, or being able to schedule it out in advance. Like, I need to make sure that I follow up with this person, to see how they're doing. a week from now and stuff. Just, keep things organized and the tasks I want to get done. And then like the first day of the month, for instance, like that's a big work day for me, making sure I'm going through all the tasks that I want to get done. This makes it easier to go through your checklist and then combine your calendar and all the things to make it organized.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like it definitely would help. Do either of you meal prep?
I intuitively eat as a whole, so sometimes when I meal prep, it gets left in the refrigerator for the week. Besides the one time that I eat it, if I meal prep in a sense, I'll cook a really big dinner at night, and then I know I'll eat it for the next couple of days rather than prep out for the week. I wish food was enticing for more than one day, but it really isn't. So I pretty much try to like eat a large bowl of it and have leftovers.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing for me. Like, I love to have. I know I have my lunches in the fridge ready to go or in the freezer or whatever, because if I don't, like, it kills me to like spend 15, 30 minutes in the kitchen cooking something in the middle of a work day. Like, I don't even like taking a lunch.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I'm working through the day, so
if I'm in a flow, I'm in a flow.
Yeah,
I don't want to kill it, and that's most of the time too. Is that's part of just me. I'm in that smooth, like, all right, food's not important right now. Let's finish this project. Even though, I mean, if that's my daily routine or habit, that's the part that stresses me out, I imagine too. So
yeah, that's feel that.
Double-sided sword.
Meal prep. Sorry, I'm just like spacing out. No, so my meal prep, as far as like breakfast, I just make sure to have that routine where I have the Ninja Red and my shake every morning, just about, because that's been what I've been doing for a few years now. But then shout out to High Vibes Cuisine, Marquand and Rebecca. They're vegan catering. Like, I mean, they make awesome food here that we're able to. I mean, having their meals delivered has been awesome because it just helps me to not have to think about what I'm needing to cook. So
Yeah.
But yeah, leftovers, like when I do go out, like that's something if I just don't eat as much at a time as I used to. And so I find myself having a lot more food on hand than even if I don't go to the grocery store for it.
When we traded out for a meal prepping service, that was like the best 2 months of my life. Like, I didn't have to think about anything. Going to the store, what I was going to eat. It was like, which one in the fridge is it going to be today? Perfect. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was so. Maybe I need to start meal prepping again.
I think his peace and calming's kicking in.
Yeah, he's doing better now. He's
Yeah,
doing better.
I finally. Ooh, I can't even think. So what's
Feeling it
next?
too.
So, would you guys? I mean, it's interesting. You're a lot more structured. You're not as much. I'm kind of in the middle. I go through phases of being super structured. Right now, I'm kind of not. I feel like I should be back into it. I mean, what are the pros and cons of each? Should people be a little more routine based, or?
I mean, as somebody who's not in a routine, it's probably better, I think, because my days are very stressful if I start to resist whatever's coming in. As a whole, I like a little bit of structure. My structure, like I said, is kind of that window of 8 to 11. It's like just mess around, get whatever out of the way. Your work window's from 11 to like 3 or 4, and then shifts throughout the day. But I mean, that's my kind of structure that allows me to be intuitive with the day and kind of allow whatever to free, but also kind of structured.
Yeah. And that's how I would prefer my structure to be. Like, I'm not wanting to make sure I have every single moment of my day filled
that
up.
stresses me out
That's
right
a
there.
lot
Like
of
school
stress.
schedules, like all right, from 8 to 9, and then 10 to 1, like. Whew. But if I know I have these big blocks that it's like, here's the structure, but also play around with it.
Yeah. Gosh.
So I think the answer to your question is right in the middle of the two would be the best.
I agree. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. So, take what you will from that. I think it's really whatever works best for you, but definitely have some of those necessities: glass of water, nutrition first thing in the morning, reflect on your day. Those are staples for anybody. So stay tuned. Episode 3 is coming up next week, and you don't want to miss it.